from basic to advanced. Like we have covered almost all the topics of TypeScript. Okay. And from today onwards, we are going to start our Angular. On the first day of the class also, we started this course. At that time also, we gave a rough idea about Angular, and we said that Angular is a free and open source framework for developing single page application. For developing single page application, it was developed by Google. It was developed by Google, right? Now, if you don't know what is this open source and what is this framework, so we will discuss these things. How many of you haven't attended the first class, like very first class? Okay. So I think you don't know the meaning of this open source and this word framework, right? So for that, I will tell you the meaning of this open source. See, the name itself is saying you that the open source. It means that source is open. So generally, if the source code of any particular programming language, any particular framework or any other technology is available on any platform, then we say that it is open source. Open source means you can customize it by your own way. How many of you have used Linux? Is anybody have worked on Linux? Linux is a operating system like Windows and Mac. Linux is more user friendly than Windows. Like we cannot customize Windows accordingly, right? There are very less things available for user in Windows, but in Linux things are too much. Too much means you can customize it by your choice because it's open source framework. Now, when we are going to browser and you have to go to GitHub and search there Angular. So you will see the repository of Angular. The first repository will come and you just click on this. Once you are clicking on this, you will see that this is the entire source code of Angular framework. Entire source code of Angular framework. Now, who developed this? For according to us, Google developed this, but these are the peoples who actually contributors here. 2031. It means that these peoples have contributed to the Angular in any medium. Let's say you found a particular problem in Angular and then you decided to fix it and you fixed it. After that, you will request for a pull request and they will accept your code. Then you are also contributor to Angular. So this person has done 1930 commits. So like this. Okay. So these are the contribute, and that is what we meant by open source. Means source code is open. Now let's say from tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or in this week, next week, we will be building some good projects using Angular. While developing the project, what you will see is, let's say you face any problem there. So you, let's say any library is not working, any particular part is not working properly. You can try to fix it using the source code because source code is also available, right? How Angular is built. So that is what meant by open source. Okay. So now this is, I will write open source. Free means it is free to use. You don't have to pay for it. Open source means the source code The source code of Angular is available publicly. Is available publicly. Users can customize the code. Users can customize the code according to them. According to them. Now, what you can customize in this? Now, let's say once you are using Angular. So, where how the logo will come? The official logo of Angular, this A. If you want to customize it, you can do, right? If you want to use S, B, anything here, any other logo, you can use it because this entire source code is available. You just have to clone this source code and use it. You can customize it according to your choice. That is what we meant by open source. Now, understood everybody what is open source? Okay. Now, what is framework? Because these three things are there which are main: open source, framework, and single page application. And everything is the simple English word that it was developed by Google. It's a free. Now, these three words are the highlighted word here: single page application. So, what is framework? See, framework we define as frameworks are the ready to use service. Ready to use service. What is the difference between programming languages and framework? Because we know we can develop good applications using programming languages also. If you ask me that how many things are required for developing a good website, I will say for front end it is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? Then what is the need of these frameworks? Like in frameworks, Angular is there, Vue is there, and library React is there. Then what is the need of these things? What is the need of these things? So there might be some difference between the programming languages and the frameworks. So what is that particular difference between programming languages and frameworks? What are programming languages? A way to communicate with the computer system, right? Generally, if you have to give a general definition, only this definition you will give, that programming languages are the a way to communicate the to the computer. Can you develop any service with them? Yes, we can develop, right? We can connect our database, we can send the data, we can receive the data, we can build the APIs, and lots of things we can do. Then why frameworks? So this line is the answer, that frameworks are the ready to use service. You don't have to write them from scratch. Okay, you don't have to write them from scratch. I will give a basic example for this. Let's say you want to eat biryani, right? So there are two options. First option is you have to collect all the ingredients that are required to cook biryani. That can be rice, cereals, anything it can be, right? All the material that is required to cook biryani, you need all of them. Then you need to cook them, which will take a lot of time because you have to purchase all the things, right? You have to purchase all the things. You have to cut them. Let's say you want to cut vegetables, and it will take time. Or second option is you can go to any restaurant or you can order it online. Within the bare minimum time, within half an hour or something like that, you will get to eat biryani, right? So that is ready to use service. Means you just have to order it, either going physically to the restaurant or it online, and yes, you can eat it. In both of the cases, you are eating biryani only. In both of the cases, you are eating biryani. But in the first case, you are cooking it from the scratch. Means you are the only person who is putting hard work. So if you are cooking the biryani and eating it, this is what using the programming languages. Means lot of thing has to be done by you only. But if you are using frameworks, they are ready to use service. They are ready to use service. So frameworks are the ready to use service. We just have to we just have to use them according to our need, and then we are good to go. Okay, these are the frameworks. Understood? Open source and frameworks. Now, what a single page application? Single page application. Anybody want to answer this question? What are single page application? Single page application. Yes, what a single page application? Okay, for that, I'll show you one thing. Let's say you are going to Flipkart. Now, Flipkart is a e-commerce website, means we can order products online. Now, in that website also, there is a mobile application, right? Either you can go to flipkart.com or you can open the Flipkart's mobile app. In this, let's say I will search any phone. Let's say I'm searching phone. Same thing you can search on your mobile also, and it will show results. Maybe in the same way. Here it is showing Samsung's phone at the top. Because of anything, it can show. When you are doing the same thing, now let's say I want to purchase this particular phone. You will click on this. In the mobile also, you will click on this. So there will be the difference. If you are clicking this here, now a new tab is open and the entire website went on refreshing. Let's say now I want to buy this phone. Now it didn't refreshed. Now again go back. Let's say I want to purchase this phone. So when you are going to this phone, this website will refresh from scratch, and this one now means it is trying to load the component of this particular component. It will be loaded there in this way, right? What is single page application? But if you are doing the same thing in your mobile, is it going to happen like this, that if you open Flipkart, you click something and Flipkart crashed, something new app is opened? No. There everything will be a single page. Single page means you will feel like you are working on one app. Let's say we use WhatsApp. Now let's say there is a chat as NIT at the top. I open that chat and it open in something other tab or other application. It's not like that. It will open there only. That is called single page application. Single page application means you don't have to switch. What is the benefit of single page application? Generally, we prefer to work with the mobile application, not with the websites. Why? Right? If see, for everything, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything we have websites. Almost for everything we have website. Then why we work on mobile application? They are fast. First reason, they are fast. Why they are fast? Because they don't have to reload again and again, right? They don't have to reload again and again. Second thing, they are single page application. They are single page application. You cannot build single page application using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. That's why we need some framework or libraries for that. Now I will show you the website of Node.js that we are going to use in this particular course. So once you are going to Node.js, and then I'll show you. This is the website of Node.js, right? For TypeScript also we have installed Node.js, JavaScript's runtime framework, okay, or JavaScript's runtime. Now you can go to any other page. It is just opening the page like it opened in mobiles. So it is a single page application, right? What it is? It is a single page application. You can open anything. Page is also changing. You can check the URL, right? Page is also changing. Is it refreshing the entire website? No, it is not refreshing. New page is getting opened. Yes, new page is getting opened. Content is changing, right? Content is changing, but it is not even opening the next page. It's not reloading the website, but next page is getting opened. See here, about, download, blogs, documents, everything, and it's fast. That's why we use frameworks, right? So that is the use of Angular. Single page application behaves like mobile application, which are treated as a treated as to have a single body. Means they will be having only single body. Inside that only content will be changing, right? Content will be changing. Any doubt in free this open source? Open source means source code is publicly available. You can check it, how they built it, and user can customize the code according to them. Framework, ready to use service. You just have to import it. Import it. You just have to import it according to your need. And what are single page application? Understood single page application? Okay. Now let's see a concised way of these things. Okay. What is Angular? These notes I will upload there. Okay. This is I just wrote there to teach you. These I will upload. What is Angular? Angular is an open source framework for building client side single page application. Client side means front end. Server side means back end. Okay. So single page application developed and maintained by Google. Angular is comprehensive, robust framework designed to help developers create dynamic, high performance web application with ease. Now, what it provides? It provides a powerful set of tools for building scalable and maintainable application, including a modular architecture, dependency injection, and two-way data binding. We will see these things in the upcoming time when we are writing the code. Now, history of Angular. Now, if you have a question why it is robust, see, robust means up to date. The English word robust, it means that up to date. Up to date. What do you mean by up to date? You have to have a knowledge what is going on in this time. Now, if someone asks you that who is the captain of Indian men's cricket team, you should say Rohit Sharma. And if you are saying Virat Kohli, means you are not up to the date. You are living in the past. So Angular, what Angular will do? Angular is up to date. Now, how it is up to date? So just go to its repository. So once you are going to its repository and check when they did the last commit in the repository, means when they last time changed something. 2 weeks ago, this particular part they changed 2 weeks ago. This is 4 days ago. This is 5 days ago. This is 4 days ago. This is again 2 days ago. Last week, last month. So some of the thing they are continuously changing. You can check the commit history that when they are changing 4 days ago. Means recently they are making changes to it to keep it secure, flexible, and robust. Because technology is evolving very fast. Very fast. It is very possible that today you know something, tomorrow you will be an older person. This happens in technology. Even not for you, for us also. It's not like that, okay, I know Java from 10 years, so I will be. No. You have to at least learn sustainable technology that are okay. This is fine. You have to learn it. I can tell you lots of technology that came after I started learning, and then we have to learn those. HBase came after that, Spark came, Hadoop came. All these things came after we were working. Then we have to learn them. Same is with the React Native. React Native came later. So there are some technologies that will be changing, right? That will be changing. You are using mobile, right? Which Android version is going on right now? 13, 16. You don't even know the Android version. It is common for you because we are just a consumer here, right? Most of you have Android mobiles. What is your Android version? We don't know it. Why we don't know it? Because we are just a user here. We are just a user. If new Android version is coming, what will have after that? There will be something that are changing. There will be lot of things that are changing. That's it. So the thing is, we have to continuous learning the new things, and that's why Android 11 is very old version, guys. 15, 14, and 16 is the recent ones. Depends on the phone and phone company also, right? 14, 15, and 16 are the latest ones. 16 is not there in so much of the mobiles, or 14 and 15 are going on. Depends on the mobile company and mobile brand also, and in which year you purchased it, something like that. 4 years back. That's why I said Rakesh, it's old one. Now, robust means up to date. Let's come back to Angular now. So, if you ask like this way, is there any difference between Angular versus Angular JS? So yes, there is a difference, and both are not same. Both are both are framework, both developed by Google only, but both are not same. Angular JS, Angular JS, it is based on JavaScript. It is based on JavaScript. So do we have different source code for that? Okay, let's go to GitHub and check. I'll open a new tab. Angular JS. Now this is Angular JS. Now you will see one thing here at the top. This repository has been archived by the owner on April 12th, 2024. It is now read only. What does it mean? It means that the developer, okay, let me open it again. That the developer of Angular JS has archived this repository. It means that they are no longer accepting any changes in this code. They have closed it. So Angular JS is closed. You can still build application using Angular JS, but it is not robust. So here you will not see any recent commit. All the commits are 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago. You will not see any commit, recent commit, right? The very recent commit came 3 years ago. Means this particular Angular JS is not having any commit from last 3 years. Means no new thing is added in this, and it is archived now. Was it also open source? 2 year 8 months ago. Where? Okay, this one. This is the documentation, guys. They are updating the documentation. In that they have done that we are closed. Okay. No recent commit is there. 2 years ago. They are also, this is readme documentation only. In the code, they are not making any change. How many contributors were there? This much contributor. And it was using 98% JavaScript. When you come to Angular, it is using 87% TypeScript and only 2% of Java, 7% of JavaScript. So yes, Angular JS was different, which was based on JavaScript, and Angular is based on TypeScript. Both developed by Google only. Here it is not accepting any change now. They are saying that it is read only. You can read it. You cannot customize it now. They have closed it on 12th April 2024. Because this Angular was going on, everyone was using TypeScript for that. Okay, so let's check the history. Angular JS is outdated now. Yes, Angular JS is outdated. History of Angular. Angular JS. It came in 2010. You can read it inside the notes. We will discuss it. Angular originated as Angular JS. How it was originated? Originated means how it came first time. So first time it came as Angular JS, a JavaScript framework released by Google in 2010. And these were the two developers, Havry and Abrons, right? Havry and Abrons. No need to write these things as these will be available in notes. Okay, Havry and Abrons. These were the two developers, means employee of Google. Now, why they developed it? Angular JS aimed to simplify the development of dynamic web application by providing features such as two-way data binding, dependency injection, and directives. Now, these two-way data binding, dependency injection, and directives, these three things are the features of Angular that we will see when we are writing the code. Okay. Then when our Angular came in 2016. In 2016, Google announced the complete rewrite of Angular JS. In 2016, Google said, at that time I was having some knowledge about coding like HTML, CSS, and in I'm talking about 2016. At that time I was thinking that okay, Google changed something, but I don't know at that time what is Angular. I don't know anything about Angular or anything. I would just know simple how to add images into web pages, something like little things I know. At that time I was not having any idea that after 8 years I will be teaching Angular. So yes, time changes very fast. So in 2016, Google announced that now we are rewriting our Angular JS. Means we are changing everything here, rewriting. We are writing it again and introduced Angular 2. Angular 2 was the first version of Angular because Angular 1 was Angular JS. So they introduced Angular 2, the new version, which was built entirely using TypeScript, a superset of JavaScript. Angular 2 was a major departure from Angular JS. Means lots of things were coming from Angular JS only, which was written in TypeScript. Okay. Angular shift to TypeScript help developers with static typing. Static typing means we have to declare the data type before using them because it is using TypeScript, so you have to declare them. Type safety, right? So it help developer for using type safety, better tooling support and error detection. If we are using TypeScript, we will easily get the compile time error only, so we can detect them. That is the good thing in Angular. What happened after Angular 2? After the launch of Angular 2, subsequent versions followed a regular release cycle, the major versions being released roughly every 6 months. Every 6 months they were releasing some new versions. Angular 4, Angular 5, Angular 6 continue to enhance the framework with new features, optimizations, and improvements. Now, with the release of Angular 6 in 2018, Angular introduced the CLI, command line interface, as a powerful tool for project scaffolding. How many of you have worked with Python CLI? Like generally you will be using an IDE. right? PyCharm or you JetBrains ID, any ID you can use there. Oh, I think you might have worked on Jupyter or PyCharm only, right? Jupyter or PyCharm. Have you ever worked on command prompt for Python? Running the entire application using command prompt, installing Python using command prompt? No. So it was introduced in CLI, like in Angular 6, which came in 2018, and we will use this CLI command line interface. Command line interface means for everything you are making use of this command prompt, okay, to do the things, okay, like that. Angular 9 released in 2020 came with IVY rendering engine. IVY rendering engine, what is this? It was a runtime engine of Angular which was very fast engine, EV engine. Now, what is the current version? It is not updated here. I have written it outside. I'll show you. The current version of Angular is 19, right? How we can check it? So go to GitHub's repository. 17 was there, but now 19 is also a stable version. So here you just have to go on the Angular repository and you will see the releases section, and the current version is 19.0.5. So you can go to GitHub here, click on this part, and you will see that the current version is 19.0.5, which came on 18th of December 2024. 18th of December 2024. Recent, 4 days back. What it is including? These things. Source code is this. Now you can check the previous version also. For that, you will be seeing one compare option. Click on this compare, and these were the versions before 19. So version history is actually very large here, very large. So Angular's first version was 2.0.0, alpha 13, alpha 14, alpha 15. So like this, after 2 we got 2.3, after 2.3 we got 2.4, and then directly 4. Do you know the meaning of this version? See, if here it is written 2.4.0, how many of you know the meaning of this? So here I will write Angular. It is totally based on TypeScript. Version nomenclature. Version nomenclature. Sorry. Now, nomenclature means how you are naming them. If the version is written 2.4.10, what do you mean by this? You know this thing or not? What is the current Python version? What is the current Python version? Okay. Now let's say what is the human nomenclature? Right? What is the new human nomenclature? What is your name? Hello. Rahman. Your full name? Rahman. Muja. So Rahman Muzawar. Now let's say this is a human name. Rahman Muzawar. I can guess that this Muzawar is coming from your ancestors. Right? This is your surname. Means your father was holding it, your grandfather was holding it, and this is the name that you got. So here, if something is written in this way, first, second, and third, here 2 represents the major version. Major version. 4 represents the mini version. Mini version. 10 represents the patch level version. represents the patch level version. Now, what is this major version, mini version, patch level version? I'll show you this. Now, let's say I have written 2.4.0 or simple 2.0.0. It means that there is a major change in the version from 1.x.x. Means something like this version was going on. Now we are totally shifted to a newer version. Means everything got changed. So current HTML version is 5, right? So 4 might be there before 5. So HTML4 will be there. What they changed in HTML that it became HTML5. How many of you know this? They changed lots of semantic tags. All this header tag, footer tag, all these things came in HTML5. They were not there in HTML4. Header, footer, sections, article, aside, cover, newsletter, date, all these tags came in HTML5. I mean, lots of things they changed. When a company is changing lots of things, when company is changing lots of things, they will name it as major change. They will name it as major change. So they will change the 1 to 2. Inside this, now let's say when they release the second version, they find, oh, that some particular part is not working properly, right? In that only some part is not working properly. Then they will change that part. They will change that part. They are not changing the complete version. They are changing some particular unit. Let's say there are 5 tags were there. I'm just giving an example. There were 5 tags in HTML4. In HTML5, they did 10 tags. So complete reform, they just doubled the number of tags. Around 2022 tags were introduced in HTML5, new tags. Now they find that header tag is not working properly. So they will fix the header tag and they will give it in a mini version. They will change the mini version so it will become 2.1.0. 2.1.0. So this was major change, mini changes, and what is this 0 patch level changes? In patch level changes, generally if the programming languages or the frameworks are changing the name of something, color of something, right? Let's talk about Python. So for that, you will simply go to the Python's website, python.org. So once you are going to this website, now let's say this is the Python and it is following this blue and yellow theme, right? Blue and yellow theme it follows. If it is changing, so current version is 3.14. And here you can see 3.8.20 and they are saying end of life. Also removed. 3.8.20 is removed now. You have to use at least 3.9. You can use it, but you will not get any update. You will not get any update. Now let's say Python just is changing some color or something that or name of any particular IDE or something. Okay, I will tell you one thing. How many of you know about OpenCV? OpenCV. It's a Python's library, guys. Open Computer Vision. I'm just giving an example. So OpenCV, it is Open Computer Vision. Open Computer Vision. In the Python 2, it was read as OpenCV. Simple OpenCV without this hyphen. So you have to import it like import OpenCV. Now you have to import it like OpenCV 2. Now what they did? Just added a 2 here. Means very patch level change. So this will become 2.1.1. 2.1.1. Now again, if they did some mini change, 2.2.1. If they did again a mini change, it will become 2.3.1. If they did some patch level change, it will become 2.3.2. And these versions are keep on going, because once you are developing something, you will not find errors, bugs, some spelling mistakes. So they will just keep on. This change comes in years. Major change will come in years. It will take 1 year, 2 year, 3 years also. But this mini version, they will be in month, and the patch level versions will be in weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, something like that. Okay, understood the version thing, why we are writing three kind of version. Hmm. So Angular's current version is 19.05, means 19 means latest change. Point 0.5 means something something. See, they are showing this, avoid triggering on timers, like lots of things they are showing. Who released this version? Andrew Kushner. This is the person who released the Angular 19. Means he fixed lot of thing, and this is his GitHub profile, that he is developing these many things daily on GitHub. This is the streak of GitHub, like you maintain the streak on Snapchat. So this is the streak of GitHub, right? He can show you. So he is working in Google as the core team of Angular, and just like that. Okay, let's go back to our notes. What are the features of Angular? We have discussed about version and all. I have shown the detailed version also. You will check that. What is the key benefits of using Angular? Component based architecture. Component based architecture means whatever you are building, you can customize your architecture based on that, or simple way, the components will be having as treated as a single unit. Okay, means single page application basically. TypeScript, it is using TypeScript. That's also a good thing. Now, if someone asks you why TypeScript is better than JavaScript, to answer, TypeScript will include type safety. Second thing, error handling is very easy in TypeScript, because you will be getting compile time error that you can solve. That you can solve. Two-way data binding, this we will see. You can leave these three things to the next class, because you don't understand these things. We will show in coding. So two-way data binding, dependency injection, and directives. Routing means you can route the pages onto a single way. When you are clicking on some page, instead of going to a next link or a next page, or instead of refreshing the website, you can update the page there only in the same body. That is called routing. And testing is very easy. Internalization, Angular CLI, it provides you command line interface. We already discussed it. Okay, use case where you can use it, you can use it in enterprise application, single page application, and progressive web app. What is this progressive web app? According to some news, in upcoming year, use of JavaScript will reduce and use of TypeScript will increase. No one can predict the future, guys. Just go with the flow. And I can say this thing with my experience, then in coding, no one can predict the future. No one. No one means no one. Because this is a field is like that only. In 2020, there was a thing named as Hadoop for data sorting, data cluster, Hadoop. Those who are from BTech CSE, and if you have done BTech CSE and there were two subjects, big data analytics or data analytics, it will be there. How many of you studied this? These two subjects, big data and data analytics. Hadoop was there. In 2020, I saw a job posting that a company is hiring a Hadoop developer, and they are offering a whopping salary of 1.5 CR for freshers. Then I got greed. Okay, let's learn Hadoop now, as It was their subject also. I started learning Hadoop. It took me 6 months to learn this because at that time it was very new. There were not so much videos were available on YouTube or so just learned it. After 6 months, there was not even a single job of Hadoop was available in market. And now also, no jobs, hardly one or two out of the market now. Companies are using it, but the developers are doing it. Means not specific Hadoop developer. Software developer will be working on Hadoop only. So no one can predict it. No one. Because no one knows the social media, guys. No one. Problem is this. Anything can be viral over the night and anything can be down over the night. So these are the some advantages. First advantage is fully featured framework. Means if you are using Angular, it will provide you everything, whatever you need. Large ecosystem. See, as it is built by Google, and Google is the big bull of this IT industry. So it has a large ecosystem. Means support for Angular is too much, right? Support for Angular is too much. Strong support from Google, the same part, that as it is developed by Google, so obviously Google will promote it everywhere. And if you are an employee of Google, you will be working on Angular only, not React. Modular development means you can divide the problem into some complex problems and then you can build them, right? Modular development. Disadvantage of These are the disadvantages of Angular. Learning curve. Learning Angular is not actually a easy task, because sometimes you will be feeling like, okay, why we are doing this? What is the benefit of this? Something like that. And yes, same thing I have written in the notes also, that due to its wide range of features and complexity, Angular can have a steeper learning curve, especially for beginners. So, as a beginner, you are expected to maintain your seriousness in learning. Sometimes you will feel like, why we are writing this thing? There is no need. Yes, there is a need. Otherwise, we are not writing this. So, learn it. Verbose syntax. What do you mean by verbose? Verbose means something you will feel like, what is this? So, here we will be writing ng. Now, you know what is this ng? Angular. Angular. This ng represents Angular. And how it is representing Angular, I don't know. But it is representing Angular. Sometime we will be writing ng hyphen app. It means Angular app. And we don't know how it is ng is becoming Angular. So verbose syntax is there. And we have to learn. In React, it's very simple. React is there, right? Or else npm is there, node package manager, that we can understand. What is this ng becoming Angular? So it can be sometimes frustrating. Verbose syntax. Performance overhead means generally Angular is used for high performance. In when you are expecting the high performance, it shows in CMG that ng is not defined while installing Angular. You have to define it using npm. We will do it, guys. Now we have discussed everything about Angular. How many top websites are there that are using Angular? Right? We should know at least that what is the website that is using Angular. So we will check those websites. The first website is the Google Ads. If you don't know what is Google Ads, so just go to Google Ads. So ads.google.com, this website is built using Angular. This website. Okay. Now let's check inside thing. See, pages are changing. Generally, all of the pages are changing without refreshing the content. So this website is built using Google, Angular. In this website also, for what purpose they are using the Angular. So this is the things that is why they are using this Angular. Next is Gmail. So if you are going to gmail.com, so this particular website is also managed by mail.google.com by Angular only. Okay. Gmail is also built using Angular. Upwork. This is a freelancing platform from where you can get jobs or work. I have used it personally for my work. Upwork. Upwork and Fiverr. These two websites are there from where you can get jobs or some freelancing works to do. So this website is also using Angular. And why it is using Angular? Angular helps to create a smooth dynamic experience for user managing job posting, proposals and payment. Okay, this one. Upwork. Netflix, in bracket I have written UI. Netflix is also using Angular for UI only. UI means user interface or simply the front end. Means the front end is written in Angular. Back end is not using Angular. It is using something else. Only the UI part. So this part is using the Angular. Only the UI, not the complete website. Microsoft Office Web Apps means here I have opened Microsoft Word, but this is installed in my system, right? If I'm opening Word like this is installed in my system. I can use Word here also. On the website also I can use it. So you have to sign in for that. So the web app of Microsoft are written in Angular. Wikivend. So I'll show you this website. Wikivend is related to Wikipedia. Means it will generally give you the details of people's. This one. You know Wikipedia? If you want to search about some person, place, so Wikipedia provides the information about that. So this one. This website is also written in Angular. Weather.com. So this website is also written in Angular. And this is a completely written in Angular. Weather.com. This one. So now let's search here for Hyderabad. What is the pin code of here? So this website is entirely written in Angular, weather.com. Okay, so this website is using Angular completely. IKEA. You know IKEA? You know IKEA? This website is IKEA furniture. IKEA is a store for this. You can get all the home related things, generally furnitures in IKEA. So IKEA store is in like in Raidurg, here in Hyderabad. So this website is also using Angular. Now, is it a single page application? Let's check it. Once you click on this, see, it is refreshing again, but it is using Angular. Why it is refreshing? Now let's say I want to purchase a bookshelf. Again it refreshed. So here bookshelves are coming. Let's say I want to purchase this one. Open this. But here you will get single page experience. You will get this experience of single page. But it is not refreshing the entire website. It is only refreshing this page. Virtual DOM. It will not refresh the entire DOM. We will learn it. It will not refresh the entire DOM. It will only refresh that particular part. Dues Bank. Okay, this is also a good particular organization for software engineers. It pays very good. Dues Bank. This website is also written in Angular. React is also used to build single page application. Yes, React is also used to build single page application. Now this website is also written in, all these are the big tech companies. There are thousands of websites written in Angular. These are the top 10 I have mentioned here, like very big. And 10th one is AWS. You know AWS? Huh? Amazon Web Services. Arey, full form no, I'm asking you know AWS? It's a cloud services, right? It's cloud service of Amazon. So this website is also written using Angular. Okay, this one. So now, yes, if Angular is used lots of good places, we have not seen any website related to Facebook, right? Amazon is using this Angular. Microsoft is also using. Why Facebook is not using? Because Facebook is the developer of React, so they are using React. React is developed by Facebook. That's why they are not using Angular. They are using React everywhere. I will show you one website that is built using React. It's Airbnb. You know Airbnb? Notes not updated in classroom. Akash, check again. Notes are there. This is a generally a traveling website where you can book hotels, flight tickets, and all those. So everything is built using here using React. So this is a React website. Okay. Now version history of Angular. Like how many major versions were there in Angular when they came. So initial release came in 2000. This is a detailed way, like what were introduced in each version. Zip file is not supported. It is supported, guys. You have to download it in your laptop. Don't try to open it in your mobile. And zip file is only for source code. Notes are in the simple drive file or PDF file. Angular JS first version was 1. If you are seeing this .x means zero point 0 to zero point 9. Okay, release date was 2010. We don't know the exact date because at that time they didn't mention when they launched it, but year was 2010. What they introduced? It was written in JavaScript, two-way data binding, dependency injection, and directives. These three things were into. These were the three key features in React Angular 1 version. When it ended in 30th first December 2021. Ended means Angular JS was officially deprecated and no longer receives active support. It means you can still use it, but there will be no support from the Google or Angular's developer for this version. They will not support you anything or they will not give any update. Angular 2 came in 2016 and what it introduced? It was TypeScript based and it introduced component based architecture. What it introduced? Component based architecture. See, generally these questions are asked to senior positions. These will not be asked to freshers. But when you are going for senior position, they will be asked that are you having a eye on the versions? You have to say yeah, I am just frequently checking the versions and all. Okay, tell me what was the thing that was introduced in Angular version that was not there in Angular JS. That's why I have mentioned these things. These are asked in interviews. So you have to say that component based architecture was introduced in Angular 2, which was not there in Angular JS 1. Okay. What these were the three key features. This was optional, mobile first approach. That component based architecture was there, TypeScript support was there, dependency enhanced was there. Mobile first approach means, you know what is mobile first approach? Generally, if you have built any website or any web page using HTML, CSS, JS, that will be looking good in laptop only, not in mobile. But what Angular does, Angular will say mobile first approach. Your website should be looking good in mobile first, right? So Angular follows the mobile application are first developed for mobile. Yeah, same way. Angular 4 was released in 2017, and after that we have exact date also, March 23, 2017. What was the key feature? Small bundle sizes. Bundle sizes means when you are importing a new project of React, this Angular. Generally, it used to be very high in size. Now, very small size. I will tell you one thing. How many of you is Bootstrap is also a framework or library? Bootstrap is a CSS framework developed by Twitter. And one thing, guys, see, when I'm teaching here, generally I am not having an eye on your questions. So you are just not asking your question at the right time. When we are saying that, do you have any question? At that time, you can post your questions. Okay? Because generally it breaks the flow. Bootstrap is not related to anything here, Rakesh. Right? We are not discussing anything related to Bootstrap. It will break the continuity of the class. You can ask it when we are giving last 10 minutes to you. Okay. Now, how many of you have used WhatsApp in around 2012 and 14? Anyone is there? No? How is it possible? Okay, I have used. At that time, the app size of WhatsApp on Play Store was around 40 MB. 40 MB. And at that time, we were having only two options, chats and calls. Chats and calls. Status option was not there. You know what is the current size of WhatsApp? Because after that, WhatsApp has introduced lots of things. So app size in 2024 is only 18 MB. Shocked. Yeah, it's like 80 MB only. You can check it on Play Store, 18 point something or 19. That's it. And after that, WhatsApp has introduced lots of new things. Status is there now. Now we got that channel section also, right? We can have the channel section. We can upload the videos as our status, and privacy features they have introduced. Means they are increasing the code and they have decreased the size. How is it possible? It is possible using the bundle size because frameworks are reducing. No, it's not 36 MB, it's 18 MB. You might be checking your app size in the mobile with the memory. Okay. At that time, it was 40 MB. So, this is what we mean by bundle size. So, it was giving animation packages also, TypeScript version, template improvement, RxJX, means reactive programming. My WhatsApp is 104 MB. Guys, that's what I am saying. You are checking your data also. The data is in stored. Go to Play Store and check the WhatsApp size. Don't check the WhatsApp size in your memory. Photos, videos, it is including there. Okay. Now, Angular 5 introduced in 2017 only. You can read these things at the every here you can develop the progressive web app. Progressive web app means in like Instagram that are generally preferred for video calling. Each app is a progressive web app where you can support video calling or voice support. These are progressive web app. So Angular 6, what is the current version of Angular? That is Angular 19. Here I have written till Angular 15, 868 MB. Array. Now you are including the media also. Angular 15 I have till written here because after Angular 15 we got two versions that are stable. One was Angular 17 One was Angular 17 and now latest one is Angular 19. And intentionally I have not written these two versions because there are lots of special things about these versions that we will develop and we will see. Okay, till Angular 15 it was same. After that we got major change in 17 and now in 19. So we will discuss these things in the upcoming classes. And let me show you the Angular syllabus that we are following. Its same syllabus is uploaded to the classroom also, but once again I'll show you. So introduction to Angular framework, history, overview, features of Angular, versions and what's new in latest version. So these three things we discussed today. Tomorrow we will do the environment setup, Angular CLI, installing the Angular CLI. I was talking about that ng, then npm commands, and after that bootstrapping Angular app. What is a component, what is app module, how is the project setup, what is the iter environment. Then we will create our first Angular app. What will be the folder structure? Directory means folder. Then fundamentals, here we will discuss about dependency injection, two-way data binding and directives. What is metadata? We discussed metadata, right, with you, data about data. We will use it here. Then we will see templates, essentials of Angulars. Uh, Here we will it is repeated. This one is repeated. Then we will see the pipelining, services and a dependency injection, forms in Angular, HTTP request means APIs, authentication and root protection, modules, RSJS operators. Here we will be deploying and how to deploy it, not on the Vercel or GitHub. We will deploy it on the cloud. What is the state management with Redux? And then a simple introduction of Node, which is optional here. But at last, we will be doing some CRUD operations and database. So this is what we are going to do in next 30 to 35 classes. And when I am saying 30 to 35 classes, it means 35 working days, excluding leaves. Because maybe in this week also there is leave on Christmas. Not confirmed. We will update you tomorrow if it is there. Otherwise, we will have class. Okay. Now you can ask any question in the basics of this, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. Any question? Don't talk. Just tell me your questions. I'm uploading the same notes there also. You can check. Any questions? No questions. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know, guys, from today's class. I'm uploading the notes file also and that notes both. What YouTube is using for its development, React or Angular? Angular. Arey. We haven't discussed in the websites, right? Check it today that how YouTube is built. Okay, miss, is it using any library or framework? What it is using? Okay. YouTube is subsidiary of Google. Yeah, that we also know, but we are asking what it is using for its development. Here, 10, where you are checking it. The Play Store for the desktop and mobile are different, guys. How to apply jobs in LinkedIn in proper way. Are we covering all Angular concept? Yes, Swam, we are covering all concept. How to apply job? Don't apply to jobs on LinkedIn, guys. It is a very older technique now and hard to get a job using LinkedIn. The reason behind it is very simple. That for a job there, let's say there is one job posting, thousands of people will apply to that. Means your resume will be scanned by ATS, rejected, unless and until you have a good resume. So second method is directly apply to the company website. I am just giving a example here. Now let's go to LinkedIn. Once, okay, it will ask for login at first. Uh, Now I will show you. I'm just showing you an example. You can check that this particular section is of jobs, and here I will search for Angular developer. Angular developer. So these jobs were applied 9 months ago, and just an example, let's say you are going to apply to this particular company. Okay, so company name is Digital Janet, and if you are checking it here, you have to log in for that. Then it will show you that how many people have applied. Instead of that, go to this website, Digital Janet. Go there on this website and check on their careers page, right? Check on page. So generally scroll down and you will see career website. Career. No, it's not available there. So here they don't have the career page. Generally, it will be there for any website. Career page will be there. Let's check it on the other pages. No, I'll show you for other websites. Mhm. Angular Developer India. It is showing because I have not logged in, so it is only showing the foreign things. So let's say this is NATS here. This website is there. So go to their career page. I'll show you. Okay, I'll log in my account tomorrow, then I'll show you. So generally, don't apply from LinkedIn. Use the external sources, because if you are applying from LinkedIn, it's not a good technique nowadays, because lots of people applies from there only. You can prefer the real website and their career page, or else search who is